What's up, TikTok? So, normally I don't engage this way with people, but this particular instance, I decided to make an exception.
Alright, so this is a message to all the black people on TikTok that are bringing up white people cannot experience racism. They're inherently racist. I want every one of you to go to your doctor and get a DNA test. And if you have any slight, just a little drizzle of European in your blood, then shut the fuck up.
Now, Justin Abraham Lincoln 20 years beard Delu. What I am trying to figure out is why you would respond to people who are responding and attempting to educate and inform people on not only how prevalent racism is and what it actually is and how it affects them. Your response to that outcry and the gift of education is racism. Telling black people to go get a DNA test and if they have any European in them whatsoever to shut up is a crazy take, considering the likelihood of how that European got there in the first place. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Justin. The racism part doesn't surprise me at all, right? The part that really perplexes me is the fact that you don't even have rent money, babes. This is an eviction. You and your girlfriend, right? While making Washington state minimum wage hourly cleaning hotel rooms at this hotel. And in this economy, out here acting like you've got racism money. So I can only guess that you're falling back on your backup plan, which is also appropriating, oddly enough, black culture.
Yeah, they didn't know we had to do this. I sit back, relax, meditate like a Buddhist. I am the truest, I'm the realest in the game. If I kill these rappers, I will take the stage. Filled with the rage and the pain inside. Got to keep on going till this world's filled with genocide. People want to rip my...
It's like you're rapping in 6/8, but the song is in 4/4. Anyways, good luck on your upcoming move and job hunt.
Racism is not just about hate, it is about history, power, and inheritance. Many white people today claim, I did not own slaves, or I'm not racist. But the truth is, even if they did not create racism, they inherited the benefit of it. Watch and pay attention, and I will share my thought later.
Drizzle of European in your blood, then shut the fuck up.
Why do y'all keep playing in a sandbox y'all don't want to play in? Why do silly ass white folks keep wanting to play in the sandbox? If you have a little drizzle of European blood in your DNA, how did it get there? The silence isn't for me. It's for you. You want to talk about how it got there, buddy? Do you? Would you like to have that conversation? Or is that so long ago you were never Why do y'all keep wanting to play in this sandbox? I'm so serious right now. I'm so serious right now. It's either so long ago or you can experience it based on this, that, and the third, but it can't be both. Because on the one hand, there is nothing, no organization, no group, no institution that is wholly ran by black folks that can be discriminatory or racist to white people. Race was created by white folk. The caste system of America, the race caste system of America was not invented by black folk. It was invented by white people. And yet, that's the one thing y'all don't want to claim. Y'all claim everything else. Y'all will claim that shitty ass traitorous flag. You'll claim them bullshit ass statues. But when it comes to actually claiming why racism exists in the first place, y'all keep running like the roaches with the lights on. Y'all running like y'all running from child support. Hey, white people invented the caste system and it is race. Ah! No! But you can experience racism. Some shit that wasn't invented by black folk. We just had to live in it. But you don't want to claim it. You'll claim everything else. You just won't claim that. That's interesting. That is very interesting. So that's on one end. On the other end, Mister, if you have a drizzle of European blood in your DNA, how did it get there? Because when they got on the boats from Africa, these were Africans. They had different tribes. They came from different parts of Africa, but they were Africans. Africans. Then they get over here. So how would that European DNA get into our system? This is a sandbox y'all want to play in, but y'all are afraid when other people play in it too. Understand, America's race problem is just that, a problem. It has never been dealt with. It has always been ignored. A lot of dumbass white people like Goofy Man over here seem to believe that everything is fair and we should stop talking about it. Yeah, it's so fair that laws had to be put in place to stop white folks from fucking with black people in their voting booths, where they live, where they work. Laws had to be put in place. Is there a law that has to be put in place to stop black folks from fucking with white people? I always said, if your rights have never been adjudicated by the Supreme Court, you are not in any way, shape, form, or fashion a victim of anything. You're not. In fact, the system was put in place to help you succeed, and some of y'all have failed at that. You get the answers to the test, and you still fail it. We're going to be truthful today. It's Tuesday truthfulness, if you will. Some of y'all are piss poor human beings. You've always been piss poor human beings. You come from piss poor DNA. Your daddy wasn't shit. Your granddaddy wasn't shit. Your great granddaddy wasn't shit. They were just able to mask that ain't shitness with, I don't know, weapons. I don't know. So do you want to go there, white boy? Do you? Do you want to go there? If you have a drizzle of DNA, European DNA, how did it get there? This is why you either going to be in that sandbox or you're not. You're either going to show up in that sandbox or you're not. You're either going to finally accept that the sandbox is put there because of you, or you're going to leave this alone. Because if we're going to go there, then a lot of y'all are going to be uncomfortable as fuck. Your kids going to be looking at you strange. That's why y'all keep jumping back to slavery. Slavery, much like an unborn child, is an easy mark because there's nobody here to speak about it. We have recordings of former slaves that y'all don't want to listen to. We have history books that talk about the brutality of slavery, but y'all don't want to talk about it. That's why you were never all the motherfucking time. That's why 1865 to 1965, y'all don't want to have nothing to do with. And all the atrocities therein. That's why those black and white pictures don't mean shit to you. Because if they were in color, you'd feel a kind of way. And the closer we get to where you are, the more we're going to start seeing family members of yours that are involved in some heinous ass shit. the torching of a black town, the lynching of black men and black women, the graping of black women to produce these European DNA having children. It's going to look bad for you. It's going to look bad for you. Some of y'all do ancestry.com just to find out where you came from, but you never, ever, ever want to go someplace and find out where you really come from. So why y'all keep playing in this sandbox? Why? Why do y'all keep standing on ledges knowing goddamn well you'll fall if you speak too loud or move too quickly? Why do you do it? And then you do it on the internet where it's forever. It is for life. Meaning, somewhere down the line, when you're in your 50s and 60s and your kids and grandkids get a chance to see that, after living in a world with this much diversity in it, they're going to be looking at you sideways. Dad, you really said that? Granddad, that was you. That's why the conversation about history bothers you so much, because now you get the chance to say that same shit to your dad and granddad. Granddad, that was you? You're in the picture. You're in the picture. Dad, really? That was you? They just wanted to go to school. Why were you there? And some of y'all are not prepared for this. Yet you persist. Every time I see a video of a white person that starts off with "Dear Black people," I already know it's going to be some bullshit. I already know. I know it like I know the names of my children. Y'all want so desperately to get in that sandbox and be the victims of some evil white or black racism or some black supremacy. The problem is that's not what's in that sandbox. It's not. What is in that sandbox is a history of yours, you and your kin, doing some heinous shit, then hiding their hands and having sex and raising their children as if everything was okay. So I'm going to need you to make a decision. You want to go there? Do you really want to go there or not? Because if it does, we might find out that the reason some of that DNA from Europeans is in our system is because of somebody that's related to you.
Big trigger warning in this one, guys, and brace yourselves. I was not ready for this video. To add some context, a friend of mine sent me a video that he found on Twitter and told me it would make for a good reaction. This is that reaction.
Racism isn't bad, okay? So it's not bad to be racist. Because racism is a discrimination factor, which we use all the time.
Yeah, and everyone all around the world, all races, is racist.
Yeah, and you should be,
white
though.
people are the only ones that get criticized for it.
Like, if you're black and you see a group of young black guys rolling up, dressed all hood, acting suspicious, you should make a stereotypical assumption that there's potential issues, and you should probably not hang out in that vicinity unless you are loaded with a gun and you're wanting a fight. I want to re-educate people into understanding that racism doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a better friend, a better husband, a better father, and it makes you a better person. And it doesn't mean that you don't it doesn't mean that you're against, some people are against miscegenation and race mixing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're against that stuff. It doesn't even mean that somehow you don't have friends. Like, people are like, I'm not racist, I have black friends.
Yeah.
Be racist with black friends.
Exactly. I have tons of black friends. I think they respect the fact that I'm honest to them.
Correct.
All these liberals, during BLM, washing their feet and shit, and they're surprised that the racist guy is the one that has all the black friends. They're, confused. It's because I treat them fucking like people. I call them out on bullshit. I don't censor myself around them.
Well, that's also why it's humane. It's I'm carrying a gun, and so if I go around that group of black guys, I'm going to kill them. And so I'm actually, by being racist, saving black lives because they're not dead because I chose to not engage.
I'm not even really sure what to say to that. This guy's name is Elijah Schaefer. He's a journalist for the Gateway Pundit, which makes sense. You know, all I really have to say in response to that is no. No. None of that is true at all. I don't. No. Just. No. This is why men need to stop creating podcasts. It's all watered down. It's all recycled garbage. No. Watching that video made me feel like I need a shower. I just feel dirty. And like years of my life were just taken from me. Leave a comment.
Let's be clear, racism is not just simply prejudice. Anyone can be prejudiced. But racism requires systemic power, the ability to shape laws, control economies, and decide who gets opportunities and who does not. And when you look at history, that power was built and maintained by white people for white people. From the transatlantic slave trade to colonization, white supremacy became a global system, not just in America or Europe, but across Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean. The system that were created, government, schools, banks, media, were designed with one silent rule: to keep whiteness at the center and blackness at the margins. So white generations of black and brown people inherited struggle. White people inherited advantage, wealth, education, and representation. When a white person walks into a store, no one follows them around. When they apply for a job, their name does not trigger bias. When they get pulled over by police, they expect to make it home alive. That is not equality, that is inherited privilege. They did not earn it, they were born into it. Just like many black people were born into a world built to doubt them, fear them, or exploit them. So no, white people do not experience racism. They might face personal hardship, but racism is not against them, because racism was never designed to work that way. Here is the hardest truth. White people not only inherited privilege, they often inherit denial. They are taught not to see the system that protects them. They are told racism is only about individual acts, not the system itself. That is how racism continues, not always through hate, but through silence, comfort, and complicity. So what can be done? First, we must acknowledge the inheritance. White people must recognize that they benefit from structures they did not build, but still profit from. Second, they must use that privilege to challenge the system, not defend it. Racism ends when truth is faced, when those who inherited the system begin dismantling it, and those who have suffered under it are finally given justice. White people do not experience racism, they inherit its reward. Black people do not inherit it, they inherit its wounds. But together, we can choose what the next generation will inherit.